The DLC for Pokemon Legends EA is on the horizon, and today on the podcast, we're going to be going over every single thing that we want to see in this game. We're talking Mega Evolutions, returning characters, new gameplay features, and so much more. And in the back half of this episode, we're going to be passing the mic to our Discord community, our Patreon members, to hear what our listeners want to see in this DLC. This video does contain minor spoilers. Subscribe and let us know what you want to see the most in Mega Dimension. Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. My name is DustyGogoat, and today I'm joined by TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
Okay, so look, it's an obvious pick, but the thing I'm most excited about Mega Dimension is the new Mega Evolutions, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, come on. Look, they can keep adding Mega Evolutions, and I'll keep being happy. And we do have a data mine list. I imagine that's going to come up throughout this episode.
Yeah.
So spoiler warning, I guess. But we have a data mine list. It looks like we're getting, is it around 19? I might be confusing some forms in there.
I think it's a little bit. It's
yeah.
kind of up in the air. It is up in the air. I've counted, I think, between 18, 19, up to like 26 maybe, or 25.
Yeah, it kind of
I'll pull up
it
the
gets
list.
complicated because like one of the Pokemon is Tatsugiri, and Tatsugiri has 3 different forms, and there are 3 different Megas coding,
Yeah.
and very likely that's just a different appearance for the Mega based on which Tatsugiri
Yeah.
you're Mega evolving. But
Same thing with
hypothetically-
Meowscarada. Same thing with Magearna. Like there's a range
Meowstic,
there.
but yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always mess. I always
They
mess
made
it
it
up.
too similar, and then you've
Yeah,
got
they did.
Litleo and Litten. It could be hypothetically. It could be though, like Tatsugiri X, Tatsugiri Y, and
Sure.
Tatsugiri Z. It could be, especially with Magearna. My eyes on Magearna. I could see that easily being Magearna X and Magearna Y.
Because it's so mechanical.
It's a mythical. It's special,
I'm so
right?
down.
Like,
Yeah.
if they're look at the Pokemon they give 2 Mega Evolutions to. You've got Charizard, Raichu, and Mewtwo.
Sure.
Now a few others, but like it's special Pokemon usually. Like even
That's interesting.
Lucario, that makes a lot of sense. It is like the kind of poster child of Mega Evolution. Absol and Garchomp are a little weird, but I do feel like Mega Absol did get a lot of attention in Gen 6, so it makes a ton of sense. Garchomp's really kind of the
I don't
only
think
one that I would
Garchomp's
classify
weird.
as an oddball. I don't think it's weird. I just, like, of all the pseudos, because it's a pseudo, so, like, that's why it's special, but I do feel like Tyranitar is a more beloved
Sure.
pseudo. Dragonite is honestly, I'm more surprised by a Dragonite Mega here than, like, Garchomp, you know?
I don't
Yeah,
know
this
if I
is-
agree.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
I'm
agree.
biased.
I actually
I'm
think
biased.
I remember. I mean, not to age myself, but I remember the Gen 4 meta online. Garchomp, ever since it's been introduced, has been an absolute threat and a fan favorite. I don't know why Garchomp just seems like the obvious choice for.
That's true. It's just.
I think
feels
it might
like
be
it's
the
not-
most popular pseudo legendary. I really think it will be. I really think
Really?
it is. I
Okay.
think it is.
That's
I-
funny. Actually, I'm trying to think. Like, is it the
I don't
most
know.
popular?
I feel like it'd be one of the classics, but I don't know. Maybe it's. Yeah, we're probably
Dragonite's
running in different
Dragonite's
spheres.
I think Dragonite makes sense as well, but
It should be Dragonite.
my
You
main
waited so long, you should have gotten 2.
my
Oh
main
my God,
pushback.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, is that like Magearna? You're right. You make a good case that it is mythical, and it does have ties to the Kalos region. But it is super weird for me to actually think of it next to all of these other fan favorites. Like Magearna, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Magearna is their favorite Pokemon. So that actually seems weird.
I'm actually disappointed.
You're gonna get a comment on this.
I'm
video.
disappointed.
Sure, yeah.
Magearna is my favorite Pokemon. DustyGogoat.
I'm
That
sorry
takes
I
a lot.
overlooked it. I'm sorry I overlooked
God.
it.
It could have been
It's
Volcanion,
Magearna.
though.
Yeah, it could have been Volcanion. You just
Yes,
make it.
now
You,
that-
you make it's like tubes, either an X or it's a Y. I guess that'd be the same thing. So Lumi, you are excited for these new Mega Evolutions, right? We
am.
do have this list which indicates what the new Mega Evolutions are going to be, or what Pokemon are going to get new Mega Evolutions. But just to keep this concise, which of these Mega Evolutions are you most excited for? And I guess what I'm looking for is like, why? What kind of design are you actually looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like these Pokemon
Yeah.
could go in any number of directions. We don't know what their megas are. We don't have descriptions. We just know that this Pokemon is going to get a mega. That's all we know.
Yeah. I mean, I am a competitive fan, so part of it for me is like just the idea of like thinking the direction that it can go competitively. Like one Pokemon that really stands out to me is Tatsugiri, because this is a Pokemon that already has a gimmick, so to speak, where it gets swallowed by Dondozo, which protects Tatsugiri and gives Dondozo a stat boost, and it also allows Dondozo's move Order Up to kind of have a certain effect. And then basically when you defeat the Dondozo, the Tatsugiri pops back out and is now vulnerable. And the idea is like, well, now that's when you would Mega Evolve it and start going ham with the Tatsugiri. And I think that is really exciting in itself.
That is cool.
But then other Pokemon that I'm excited about are, obviously, I'm a big Lucario fan, so Lucario getting another Mega is absolutely up there for me. Staraptor, y'all know that I love my regional birds, so Staraptor getting one's big for me. I have recently, because of Legends ZA, just completely fallen in love with Absol, so I'm really excited to see it get a new Mega. And then Glamora is another one that's really interesting to me, because really just the fact that they're giving any love to Gen 9 is interesting, because when Mega was first introduced in Gen 6, they didn't give Mega Evolutions to any Gen 6 Pokemon other than Diancie, so the fact that they're giving it to so many Paldean Pokemon is really exciting. But Glamora is especially interesting because it is so heavily tied to the Terrestrial phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it, like, to the point where to get Terra Blast, that TM, to create it in game, you have to collect Glimmet shards. So you have to defeat Glimmet. So it's so tied to that gimmick.
Yes.
And yet it didn't get a special Terra form of any kind.
Right.
We just got this new
getting a Mega Evolution.
No, it's insane. We just got this new Diancie event, right? And I haven't even played it yet, but I don't think really there's been that much that has been like actually learned from that Diancie event. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I think Glamora could be a similar situation to Carbink, where there is this unspoken connection between Carbink, Diancie, Mega Diancie. You're describing this unspoken connection between Glamora and its previous stage and the terrestrialization phenomenon. If this thing gets a Mega, like, it would be kind of, like, we could learn even more, right? Like, what would if a Mega Evolution, like, what would a Mega Evolution of Glamora look like? Is it going to have elements of Terapagos? Could it have protein and be able to, like, change to become any sort of type? Does it have access to some sort of Terra power? Like, that's kind of what you're thinking about, right?
Is it going to look like a Paradox?
Yeah. Because
then that's also tied in too, right?
Yeah.
Like, this thing's found all over Area 0,
so,
which is, of course, where you get the Paradox Pokemon.
100%.
No, the potential with this one is kind of just limitless, and then the lore implications of this one, I think, have also limitless potential. And then, I mean, there is just the fact that you do have a handful of mythicals and legendaries that aren't even overtly connected to Kalos on this list. Like Magearna, we've talked about, even though it's not Kalosmon, it did appear in a Kalos movie, and it does have very French design inspirations. But what does Zeraora have to do with Kalos? What does Darkrai have to do with Kalos? What does Heatran have to do with Kalos? In fact, Heatran's like a volcano-based Pokemon. Volcanion was right there. So what does Heatran have to do with any of this?
Yeah, my running headcanon is that, like, a lot of mythical Pokemon specifically, and I'm not saying that's Heatran, but I think a lot of mythicals, and honestly, even legendary Pokemon, I think they are legendary for two reasons. I think one of the reasons is that, they are just rare. It's like it's a very specific species of creature, right? That is just naturally more rare. But I also think often what we see is legendary and mythical Pokemon are not native to the region that we're introduced to them in, right? So, and I think, like, the example that I'm thinking about is like the Swords of Justice. They are, from the Unova region, right? We see them in the Unova region, but they are very French coded. Being inspired by, the Three Musketeers, right? Yeah. Very easy to see that, like, okay, those are not native to Unova, and they're rare in that region because they're traveling, and they've migrated in a way. So I guess what I'm saying is, a lot of the, like, I want to learn more about Heatran, Darkrai. I want to learn more about Magearna. Like, Magearna, again, doesn't debut in Kalos. It debuts in Alola, but it is not an Alolan Pokemon. I mean, maybe you could say it is, but I don't think it is. I don't think Zarude is native to Galar, right? Just because it's introduced in Generation 8. I don't think Hoopa is a Kalos Pokemon. It feels more You know, it feels more.
That's a good theory, Dusty.
There's
Good theory.
a gen, like there's the terms generation and there's the terms region. So like for example, let's go Pikachu and Eevee, or I guess let's pick a more, because even that one's debated on. Legends Arceus is a Generation 8 game. So is Ursaluna a Galar Pokemon?
Dude,
I'll tell you what, you go catch me an Ursaluna in the Galar region. You know, so
I don't even think it's
he was talking about legendaries and mythicals.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's how it is with these mythicals, you know, because they are they're introduced in a certain generation and maybe even a certain region, but you don't actually you do not find a Zeraora in Alola. You don't. Yeah. You get it from a mystery gift. Right. Even Magearna, you're handed to it by a trainer in the Alola region. You don't actually get it in Alola, you know what I mean? Like you don't catch it anywhere.
I'd say it's the most true about mythicals for sure. Like that theory applies to mythicals 100% in my opinion.
With like the sole exception of Sinnoh. Sinnoh's like the only one where the mythicals are like actually very clearly from that region,
but aren't those
just Arceus though?
Aren't those mythical?
No, Darkrai too. Darkrai's on an island. Shaman's on.
Well, that's the thing. No, those Pokemon are not from like. I mean, I guess technically, like Sinnoh is. Sinnoh. Yeah, they're from a different island, is what I'm trying to say. Like you have to travel to get them. Sinnoh is just a government name of a landmass, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not from Little Root Town.
It doesn't break the theory though. Actually,
yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
It doesn't break the theory because they could have just came to visit from somewhere else.
And Arceus is from another dimension.
Yeah, I was thinking about Arceus. He's literally Pokemon God.
He's not Sinnohing because he
created everything. So
Mew is a Kanto Pokemon, but we are overtly told it's not from Kanto.
In the only place
found in South America.
And the only place you find Mew in an actual game where you interact with it in the overworld is in Generation 3. I think it's the Faraway Island. So that's in I think that's
near
Hoenn.
Part of the Sevii Islands, actually.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, maybe.
In lore, I think. I don't remember my knowledge on those islands, because there was the other one with Hoa and Lugia.
So,
but either way, it's
that's
just
super. That is really cool. That is really cool. Soul,
the mythicals and what you said about the lore is really big to me with these mythicals.
I think it'd be fun to do an episode about that. Soul, what are you excited to see in this DLC? The Mega.
I mean, I'm excited about the Megas as well, and I could have just yapped about them forever right now, but I'm holding back. Also, I was at a wedding this weekend and my voice is kind of gone a little bit. I should have mentioned that before. So if my voice cracks or anything, here we are. But I'm in the low register right now. But
nice.
My most expected or most hype thing that I'm looking forward to is hopefully the story of it all, to be honest. That kind of is a perfect segue from what we were talking about. Even with Zeraora being introduced, I'm really hoping that we get some kind of lore on it, even just why it's there for some. We could literally get nothing, but that ties into just the story of what's going on here. At face value, it kind of doesn't look like there's much going on. They're just eating donuts to go in there, but they haven't showed us everything, and there has literally a story content. So I'm wondering, the possibilities are endless, especially with the rivals, Urbane and Tawny. There's a lot of stuff going on that we could see, and I would be so hyped for some story stuff.
On that point too, the story is supposed to be a continuation of Legends ZA stories, because in the past with Isle of Armor, with Teal Mask, they were their own stories. You could even access them after you had beaten the main game of Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet, or you could access them in the middle. But with this, they are specifically telling you have to beat the story of Legends ZA to do the story of this game. So it kind of makes you think that any event that happened in Legends ZA's story could be relevant to and even continued
expanded
into
upon.
This. Expanded upon.
Or what I'm hoping for, changed. The stories in ZA that we play, we could see alternate realities or versions of that, or characters like AZ, maybe in this dimension, maybe he still exists, right? Because I mean, and the only character I think that would make the most sense for in Hyperspace Lumious is maybe AZ, because he's not even supposed to be alive. Maybe every Pokemon. Okay, I'm just I'm making this up right now. Maybe in the hyperspace Lumios, right? Because the whole idea is that it's not a different timeline, but it's rather like a different layer of realities, right? That's what the dimension is supposed to be, a different layer of reality. So it's Lumios, but it's hyperspace Lumios. And because mega energy is this whole thing in this game, and I think about like what caused AZ to be alive for 3,000 years, probably mega energy. So maybe we see like a version of AZ that is maybe the super boss or something, right? And he's possessed by mega energy, but it's not the real AZ from the real world. It's like his undying spirit, right? It's like I'm trying to explain it. It's like his skeleton, or just his like. It's like a ghost. Oh. It's like a ghost of AZ or something, right?
A force ghost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Literally a force ghost.
Like, does that kind of make sense? I'm trying to figure out, and I've been trying to think about. I've been like just scratching the idea of like what the difference of a dimension is versus a timeline, and we are going to a different dimension, right? Mega dimension, rather than a timeline. So I guess that's what I'm kind of thinking. That's what I'm, I guess, curious to see. I'm not holding my breath for that, but I'm saying like, what are they going to do with this? This is a new toy that they've given us, right? The mega dimension. How are they going to, like, what could they do with it beyond the, beyond the gameplay of battling through all these different like level 200 like scolopedes, right? Other than that, what are they going to do with the characters in the world of Lumios? Because I hope we can explore Lumios City. This is like adjacent to the story. I hope we can explore Lumios City, and there will be new things to collect, right? New shinies to find, etc.
Yeah, well, there'll definitely be that.
And see, you're thinking Lumios. I'm even kind of like thinking beyond Lumios. Like we do see Karina is showing up here. She was not in the base game.
Yeah.
Ansha, a lot of people have pointed out that she looks, and even her name is very similar to Diantha. Like it's more obvious in Japanese because their names come from a carnation, that flower, and so like it's more obvious that Ansha is clearly somehow related to Diantha. So the story of that I think is big to me too, because Legends EA kept teasing things outside of Lumios. They kept saying like, oh, this character's doing this now, this character left this character, but you don't actually see them. And I found myself like kind of starving to know more. And here, this little girl, she might be like, I don't know, Diantha's daughter, and that would be kind of crazy because then you go, oh, okay, so Diantha's a mother now, Karina, we know she has now become like the Mega Evolution Guru. She has like become she's taken that title now, and that was something that was kind of set up in X and Y, and you're seeing that continue. So you go, is she still the gym leader? I could see a universe where they're like, nope, she's the champion now, and maybe they're reserving that.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, it's fun to think about like what characters are related to other characters, but I always want to be like, can we take this a step further? Like how could that actually impact the story of the game? How could that actually impact the gameplay? Because like, the only reason why I'm interested in Ansha being related to Diantha is that we get to fight Diantha, right? That we get to battle her, or the Elite Four members, or the gym leaders. Like, that's meaningful to me, Otherwise, it like, okay, I don't. This is a random girl they just introduced. I don't care about this little girl. I don't even care about Diantha.
I'm like if they had just had an NPC that was like, I'm Clement's dad, I would be like, oh my god, it's Clement's dad. Like,
but you don't learn anything about his dad.
Character connections.
Yeah, I think you're underestimating the fan service problem. I would call it a problem, but it is kind of like that, where it's just like, it's actually funny that Game Freak has been tapping into it a little bit more, because before they didn't really care. Yeah. They probably thought more like what you're thinking, Dusty, but now they've caught on to being like, fans will eat this up if we just like put a line of dialogue about how it's their daughter or something.
Totally.
Like it's not even a big deal at all, but
no, but I'm saying it is cool. But I want them to go a step further, because I don't think that line of dialogue is that the line of dialogue is like, oh, cool. But it starts and stops there. It's like if the Pokemon announces a new mega electric type mythical Pokemon in a 10-second trailer and says, and then they spoil it in the intro and they say, guess what? We have a new Mega Zeraora. Okay, who
You
cares?
bitter about
What,
that, Dusty?
give me
You
some
bitter about
context.
that trailer?
Thumbnail.
Give me some context. Give me some context. Like, why is this important? Why? So what I'm trying to say. I see the discourse online, but like, let's go a step further. The threads I see Soul do, where he's like, okay, but how can we weave the mythical Pokemon into this, right? How can we do this? But weave this into it. What I'm saying is like, I want all these characters to return. I'm hyped. Karina's coming back again, and I'm not worried about this. We're gonna be able to battle her. Like, no doubt about it. We're gonna be able to.
It showed it. It said you were challenged by successor Karina. Like,
so
that is confirmed.
Yeah. So if Deonta comes back, or any of these gym leaders or Elite Four members or Sycamore, I want to battle them. That's the whole point of this game, to battle them. So that's what I'm excited about. Because then we get to see their Pokemon and their teams.
In this game.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and you could kind of glean some of that from that Mega Evolution list too that we looked at. Because like you know, there's another Lucario there. I don't know if you noticed, but all the Pokemon on this little image here are Mega Evolved, with the exceptions of Hoopa, who doesn't have a Mega Evolution, or the Lucario. We know what Mega Lucario looks like. Why not have Lucario Mega Evolved there? Because it's obvious it's the other one, and they had not revealed Mega Lucario yet, you know?
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that, like, these legendaries, these megas are going to debut in some special way. All the ones in the base game of Legends EA were either rogue bosses or were like a new character, an important character's ace. So look at the other ones. Absol getting a new mega. Well, the trainer who used Mega Absol was actually your rival in X and Y. So Serena and Callum, the player's rival.
Yep.
And then Garchomp, we do see a bunch of photos in Sycamore's lab of Sycamore with a Garchomp, and that was actually something that he had in the anime, was a Garchomp that he could Mega Evolve, and they seem to canonize that in Legends EA. So is this Garchomp indicative of Sycamore returning?
Yeah, dude, I hope so.
With a Mega Garchomp, you know? Is the Absol indicative of...
And he's in another
Callum
region, so he
Serena
comes
returning?
back from another region, and he has a new Mega Evolution as like proof of that. That's so fun. That's all I'm saying. I want to be able to like interact. I think the fan theories. The fan theories are fun. I'm just saying like the game. Like what would excite me is not a line of dialogue, but instead, like I want to actually. I guess what I'm saying is like I feel like a lot of the Generation 6 Pokemon are underbaked. You don't interact with them a lot. They are just set dressing, right? Like so for me. If, like, I don't just want to hear about the Generation 6 characters because they don't do anything. I feel like I don't interact with them. You see them once and then you're done. I want to, like, if Grant comes back, the rock-type gym leader, I don't know anything about him. He does nothing. He's a nothing NPC, right? You kick his butt, and then you get a badge, and then you never hear from him again. I don't want to hear from him again. I want to see him again. I want to live that experience, right? I want to like battle him. So that's what I'm hoping for this DLC. Right?
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, I love that for sure.
Because like all the gens 1 through 5 characters, like I feel like you do play with them a lot, right?
Yeah,
they show back up. They're in the story. Maybe not the Gen 4. Kind of the Gen 4.
I mean, honestly,
even
leaders. The Gym 1 characters, they're not really. The Gym 1 characters are honestly the biggest offender of what you're talking about, where they're just truly bosses. Think about it. When do you interact with Brock in game? I think
that's
we
true.
think
No, that's
of
true.
Gym 1 differently because, for one, they'll bring them back. Like in Johto, you get to go back and visit them, but they still are same role.
No, that's true.
The anime obviously hypes them up, and then nostalgia. But like gym leaders are kind of always been that, with a few regions are an exception to that. Like I think Unova is probably the best example of a region where they were an exception to that and did have the gym leaders like kind of as these characters outside of it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I guess the Gen 1 characters are like omnipresent. So like when I see them show up, I'm like, oh, this is new information for something that's 30 years old, right?
Right.
Whereas like these Gen 6 characters, and this is where we differ, Lumi, because like I was not excited for a Gen 6 remake. I just was like, that wasn't on my list because I'm not that fond of it. So that's where I'm like, the opportunity is to actually give us these characters, let us battle them. I like all of the ZA characters. I do. I think they all have something to bring. They're all something new, and you interact with them, and they're more personable, they're more memorable than anything in Generation 6, right? Even though they're not like outstanding trainers, they're just like, they have personalities.
I think you're absolutely right. Like they had you interacting before your promotion match with them. They had you interacting with them, like with Ivor. You go into the sewers with him to look for his sister before you actually have your promotion match with him. So they did do a better job on that. The Legends games in general, it seems they care more about the story.
They
and
like
the
picked a
characters.
proper cast, right? There's a cast of characters, and they all have their personalities, and it's fun. I definitely agree with you, Dusty, and I think there's a good chance that it could happen. It just depends if the characters are actually there or not.
Yeah.
I think because we literally battle a Nurse Joy in this game.
Yeah.
Like this game is all about battling. It's like, yeah, I'm a Nurse Joy, but I want to battle you. Like everyone wants to battle you. So it's definitely possible. And I'd love to see it with these characters. Yeah.
I'm overlooking it, but like, yes, Karina is coming back, but I don't know why I overlooked it, but like AZ and Lysander return. Like they are in the game. They
had a couple of ones, yeah.
And so Emma, Mabel, like they all come back. You battle all of them, so it's like just give us more of those Kalos characters so this game. So ZA actually feels like I want to look back in a year and be like, wow, ZA really feels like a Kalos sequel, and right now it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't know. I hope
it does.
I hope for that's
you know
what you
what I'm
want, and I really hope that it happens that way because that's what we kind of all wanted.
Yeah.
But instead, they made ZA its own like game. They did not bring anyone in. Like you named all the characters that they brought in.
That makes sense though, right? Because like with Legends Arceus, the tie-ins to Diamond and Pearl were a lot more overt, but it was because like they had released Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl right alongside it, so you could be more obvious with your tie-ins, I think. Whereas with this game, they did not re-release X and Y. They didn't do any kind of X and Y remake. So I think if you do too much work to make this game an X and Y sequel, like, and it not feel like its own standalone story, then you run the risk of alienating a lot of your audience because they have to have access to a game or have played a game that is 12 years old,
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's actually a really good shout. Like they made a sequel but made it so you don't have to play the first game essentially.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And it still sucks actually, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean
it would have been cool.
They got to do it though,
Yeah, no, it makes sense for the newbies. What was that your specific thing, Dusty, that you were
No, I was building on your stuff.
Okay, cool. No, I was just interested to know. I mean, because I can go back to like story stuff. I just really hope that it's like engaging, like an engaging story. I know you're talking about having these characters come back and them be like a big part of the story. That would be exciting for sure. But what's going on with these specific characters now? Because I'm kind of invested in them, and like also the story of Legends ZA was kind of like there could be more. You know what I mean? Like there could be some more stuff that they could finally explain. So I'm hoping for that more than anything, I'd say, and like how it connects to the new megas in the DLC.
I do feel like there's like story points. I guess it really just does tie to the characters. I'm just trying to think if there's any like specific story points that like are unanswered, and I guess I still have questions about certain things, but a lot of things I guess are buttoned up. I think I'm realizing that the thing that I want the most is like I did my 15 battles. I did my 15 battles. I got Eternal Flower Floette. I got Zygarde. I battled Tawny. I saw the little cutscene at the end. I don't really have an interest in going back. I'm going to keep doing battles to get my shiny charm in ZA, but I don't really have an interest in like doing the Royale that much because I don't even know what the rewards are. Also, I know what all the I know who I can battle. I think what would be really good in this DLC is to, and I think there's a good shot for this to happen, is to expand the ZA Royale and those what are they called? Like the commission matches.
Promotion matches.
Yeah, the promotion matches.
Now I guess they're called something else because you're not promoting anymore. But
sure. So I think what I want to see in the DLC is those promotion matches be extended to all of these characters that I'm talking about, from Kalos or even beyond. yes, it's fun to fight Tawny. It's fun to fight, whoever from the main from the main cast, right? But I think it'd be really special if they actually took a page out of like the Battle Trees book, right? Or the Battle Frontiers book, where it's like after 15, 30 matches, you get to fight, Grant. You get to fight Diantha. You get to fight Wickstrom, right? Any of these like legacy Kalos characters that are going to show up and fight you, right? I think that's what I want to see more. Because it actually gives me an incentive to keep doing the battles, right?
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
That makes sense.
We need the incentive to keep doing the battles.
Yeah, because I would if I'm like, oh, this is so sick. Like I want to actually have a one-on-one fight against. Like I did that in the battle tree to like fight Red, to fight Blue, to fight Wally. Like I thought that was so exciting. So that's something that I want.
I think they definitely do that. They have some way of you rematching whatever characters you meet, because if nothing else, too, like not only did they do the work of bringing these characters back, but also like it allows you to see those mega evolutions again too, right? Like if there's a new character who uses Mega Golurk, they're going to want you to rematch them so you can keep seeing Mega Golurk. In the same way that we have a chance to, in the Infinite Royale, have a rematch with Corbeau so that we can see Mega Scolipede again.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think it could I would love to see like Glamora's a rock type. I'm just harping on this example, but like if we fight Grant and all of a sudden he has a Mega Glamora, or you fight Ramos and he has a Mega Scovillain, right? Like the grass type gym leader has a new grass type Mega. The ice type gym leader has a new ice type Mega. That would be so exciting. That would be so exciting.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree.
But I know we got to jump. We're gonna jump over to some of our. We're gonna jump over and ask our Discord community what they think and what they're excited to see in ZA. But I do want to just wrap up by saying what I'm hopeful to see in this DLC is something akin to Dynamax Adventures. I think the ranked battles that we do online are a lot of fun. I've been having a ton of fun. I've been having fun online. I did some more matches last night, and I'm getting my butt kicked. Like literally, the meta has changed, and I remember teasing Lumi like a month ago, being like, "Why are you EV training your Pokemon? Like you don't need to do that." I need to do that. I need to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do it back like a month ago. I need to do that.
Oh yeah, when the game first came out, man, you could walk in there with like anything. You could walk in there with unevolved Pokemon and work your way up. But
yeah, so I was getting a lot of, a lot of third place, fourth place. But regardless, we have those ranked battles, and that's super fun. But I think it'd be really fun to actually have a mode where up to four people and friends could team up to do battle against a rogue Mega battle, right? And they could be these new Pokemon, these new Mega legendaries. Again, I think it's pretty clear that we're going to be getting Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, Mega Rayquaza. How cool would it be to battle those Pokemon with your friends in a Dynamax Adventures style raid system? And I'm not saying this exact thing. What I'm hopeful for is just a co-op mode that is like collaborative rather than like 1v1v1v1, right? Instead it's like something that you're doing together to, like working together rather than going head on. And I think that'd be fun. And I think they could still integrate this into Hyperspace Lumiose. There could be a mode with what we're doing in Hyperspace Lumiose where we're trying to go as far as we can go, right? With the limited resources and the additional like level ups that we have, but doing it in a collaborative way where it's like you and your buddies. And we kind of see that at the end of ZA when you're battling all those like megas with your friends, not with your friends, but like with the NPCs, right? It'll be a horde it'll be like a horde of megas that you're fighting against. So I guess, I'm hopeful to see something like this. I did this weekend with my buddies and it was a ton of fun. We played Dynamax Adventures for like 4 hours and it was so much fun. We
getting shinies.
We did 6 runs. we were shiny hunting. We didn't get anything, but the goal was to each get 6 Pokemon, and we all chose like different Pokemon because you have a selection at the end of every run. And then we made a team, and then we did battle, and it was fun.
That's
fun. People say that was like the best multiplayer experience.
People still like, it's not just Dusty. People to this day will like stream shiny hunting on Dynamax Adventures. It very clearly was a win, and it's something that they need to bring back, if not in this DLC, the Gen 10, Legend 3, whatever, you know.
So
yeah, I do think it's good for the future for sure. Who knows? Maybe in this, but in the future, I think they're going to try to lean into that more. I'd say that is an exciting thing. I would love to see something like that, especially like the mode that you described sounds really easy for them to do and fun, where it's just like
it's already there.
Yeah, you're against the Mega instead of each other.
Yeah,
I think that's
which would be fun.
Be
and again, I mean, I'll talk about it later on the podcast, but like that's the kind of thing that I want to see for raid battles in Generation 10, right? Like I think that'd be super cool. And I guess the last thing that I want to see in this DLC is what we already know, which is I want to see all the remaining megas that are like that exist that are just not in the game, like Mega Blaziken. I cannot wait to have Mega Sceptile racing behind me. I think that's going to be so much fun. There's also like a ton of Pokemon like Genesect, Metal. I feel like I've never really used, and I'm like, that's going to be so much fun. I'm stoked to see all the Generation 9 Pokemon that are going to be in this game. Ceruledge, even Golden Go is like, it's rising on my list. I don't know what has happened in the last 3 years, but Golden Go is rising on my list.
That didn't get a Mega, honestly.
Serious?
Lord, that did not get a Mega.
Imagine, dude, the Mega was sick. No, but its Mega could have looked like the chest. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
And that's like what we always wanted for Golden Go, right?
That's true. But he'd probably just be in the chest though. And
that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. But,
dude, Mimikyu's coming back. So all these Pokemon, I'm just really excited to actually just to play with in ZA.
I hadn't thought about that, but that is so real. Like just thinking, because it's a different style, right? Of like how the Pokemon look.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice to see them. Like even seeing Zeraora in the recent trailer, the base Zeraora, you're like, he looks really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about seeing Gen 9 Pokemon like that.
Yeah.
We've only seen them in Scarlet and Violet, and that's exciting.
And that game is so limiting. That's like a box. That's like a prison that they've been in. So like to bring them into ZA, like how hyped is that? Cofagrigus I keep getting surprised by these picks. I'm like, Cofagrigus is in the game. That's awesome. I can't wait to use that. Runarigus is there. Oh, so much fun. So
do you think he's gonna run around Cofagrigus? You think Cofagrigus is gonna run around like the mystery dungeon one?
Like the spider thing? Yeah,
yes, dude, probably. Oh my gosh.
That would be really cool and fun. That'd be fun.
Let's see. Mystery dungeon, Cofagrigus. For listeners,
it's like a meme.
I'm pulling it up. Let's see.
There's a GIF right there.
Yeah.
I don't see it. This one?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
that's like just him walking.
Well, that's not like a spider. He walks.
There's like a running one.
There's one where in the anime he arms.
Oh, I know what you're talking about,
like
Lumi.
Spider crawls.
Yeah, that's different. This is the meme.
Holy cow! I've never seen this in my life. So for listeners, Cofagrigus in Mystery Dungeon uses his. That's crazy. You think he has 4 hands, but his lower 2 hands are turned into feet, and he runs around like this. I would hate this. I actually hate this. I've never seen this in my life.
I kind of hate it too. But
and I kind of hate this. It is funny.
Why wouldn't he just float?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I hate this. I don't want Cofagrigus in ZA. Don't Game Freak, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
How else is he gonna run behind you though? That's the question. Like
float.
But I don't think he floats. I think with what you said, Lumi, there's an anime one, Dusty, which is way creepier. I hadn't thought of that one. I don't know if you'll even find it because it was just a random episode. But
put crawl, and maybe it'll pull up there.
Yeah.
See, look, there you go. And
so he's running around like a spider. See, that's cool. That's a little scarier. That's fun. I'm into that.
Like on all fours, right?
Anyways,
click the GIF below this one.
Yeah, he's just standing up. He's just standing up.
No.
We got to move on, guys. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to be talking to our Discord supporters, our Patreon supporters, YouTube channel members. They're all in the Discord right now, waiting, and they're going to get on the call. They're going to get on the call and let us know what they think is what they're most excited for in Legends ZA Mega Dimension.
Whoa. This is a great episode, but I need to take a moment to thank all the wonderful people that make this show
It is a pretty
possible.
good episode.
It's a very good episode. We're cooking. We are cooking.
We're cooking right now.
But the kitchen's getting hot. I need to step out for some air. So I'm going to take a moment to thank all the lovely people supporting this show. Specifically, I want to shout out our mythical tier supporters. Ryan Amphosinus, Cornet Highlander, Tyler Low 15, Normal Guy, Case, Doom Typhlosion, Gray Williams, Duke Norton, Nicholas Taylor, SEH Art Gold, Louis Gervais, Ball Guy, Father Dagda, Slowbroke Fan 24, and the Pokey Kid 01. I want to give a special shout out to our Arceus tier supporter, Red or Carson K. And I want to give a Mega Evolve shout out to our Game Freak Inc. level supporters, Bramtastic, Young Smokey, and Young Smokey. I didn't stutter there. Bramtastic, Young Smokey, and Young Smokey, because Young Smokey is a supporter on both Patreon and YouTube, which is insane. Thank you all so much.
Guys, this show is growing. You guys continue to show up. Just to be transparent, this money goes to supporting literally all the expenses that we have to keep this show running, so we can upload multiple times a week. We've got a staff of people helping us out. We've got an editor. Shout out to you, Royce, watching this video right now. This show is Hidden Power Podcast, and everything that we do, everything that Hidden Power produces is not possible without your funding, and you can do so on Patreon or right here on YouTube. Links are in the description. You can help out for just as $5, as little as $5 a month at our legendary tier. You get access to 4 bonus podcasts every single week.
So much content.
You'll get access to the Discord, that's where our whole community hangs out. There's like over 500 people in there. We're doing a live call-in show very soon related to the DLC. So that's something you can literally call in and be on an episode.
Actually,
of
we've already done it when this is out.
Oh, too bad. Well, the next one's coming out. There'll be another one.
Yeah, there'll be more.
You get 10% off merch, and at that second tier, at Box Legendary, we will send you a holiday card this year. We're going to be we're collecting addresses, and we're shipping out original art commissioned for this holiday gift. There will be an exclusive written, personalized letter on the back. This is going to come in an envelope. There's going to be little goodies inside of the envelope. We're going to ship it right to your house. It's like a little kiss from us. Hidden Power, the boys at Hidden Power, to you for the holidays. And any tier above that, Mythical or Arceus or Game Freak Incorporated, we will be shouting you out and giving you producer credits on every single podcast during the month that you are supporting. We love you guys so much. Again, this show is not possible without you. We are independent, but we are growing, and it's all because of you. So thank you so much. And back to the episode. All right, guys, I'm ready to talk about some Pokemon. Let's do it. Who is our first caller?
We've got Rocky the Third. There he is.
Of course.
Hey,
how's it going?
Welcome in.
Welcome.
I finished the story finally. I had a lot of homework to deal with, but the story's over. I have one quest left, which is the freaking Furfur one, because I'm insistent on having an Alpha Shiny to battle the league, whatever the heck. So
that's fun.
That's the one I have left. But otherwise, I have everything done, 100%ed, and I'm still mad I don't have Mega Chespin. I'm sorry, Chestnut.
I think soon.
Yes, in like a couple days.
Soon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Forward to it. So what it's good to hear from you. What are you excited to see in the DLC? What are you specifically looking forward to?
On top of more megas, because who doesn't love a good mega?
Yeah.
I am very intrigued by specifically Mega Volcanion, if that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone at this point knows, and if you don't, spoiler alert, you're welcome. I did your job.
Thank you.
Apparently, Volcanion will have a mega, and it was interesting because playing through the game, there is an NPC in the snowy area.
Yeah.
Who talks about if your Pokemon gets frozen, you can use moves like Flame Wheel, Steam Eruption, or Flare Blitz to melt the ice with your Pokemon. Oh yeah, Steam Eruption is a exclusive move for Volcanion.
Yes.
So it's interesting that they were already hinting at it beforehand.
I want to stop you real quick. I don't know if you were being sarcastic. I also don't even know if you know, or if you just misspoke. It doesn't look like Volcanion's gonna get a mega.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But Volcanion is going to be back in the game, which is important.
Yes, yeah.
And he deserves a mega regardless.
Yes, I agree. I think
deserve a mega.
I don't even know if I've said it on the podcast, but I'm hopeful we get some sort of epilogue similar to the Petrarant thing, and that's when they can bestow us a mega Volcanion. Because Volcanion's in the code. We've already seen them give us a. We've already seen the Deontay thing. They gave us Deontay as an event. They just gave us the mega. I think it's a pretty good guess that maybe Mewtwo might come back on Pokemon Day, and then I could see an epilogue mid-year, right? Be guess what? Your ZA adventure is over. We want to reward you guys with a mega Volcanion.
I would push back and say that it wouldn't be that far into the year. I'd say even sooner if that was a thing, because
maybe Pokemon Day.
Yeah, just because Rocky, you come 100% of the game. What are you gonna do? You're gonna just wait for Mega Volcanion, and then what are you gonna do with him once you have your little
I'm just shiny. There's not much else to do.
I think that they would at most drop it on Pokemon Day if that was a thing. You know what I mean? Mewtwo a little earlier, and then Pokemon Day they drop a little epilogue. I could not see them waiting to the middle of the year where no one is playing ZA anymore.
I guess I'm saying that is a fair point, because I'm kind of in the same boat where I'm I've got nothing to do at this point except do the battles so I can get a shiny charm.
And it's now. I can't even imagine 6 months from now.
But a lot of people aren't going to be getting this game until the holidays, right? So if people don't get the game till the holidays, and then they pick up the DLC, and then they're playing that until at least mid-January, right? Or end of probably end of January, at least a month after the end of December. Now we're looking at, it's February. And that's where I could see them being we got a Mewtwo event on Pokemon Day, because that feels just nice for the 30th year anniversary. And then, I said mid-year, but I guess I'm just thinking March. A couple months later.
The Mewtwo event is...
I'm pretty sure they'd have the Mewtwo. Yeah, you're good. The Mewtwo event would be for the how we're getting the Kalos starter.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. That's true. They could give us Volcanion like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's annoying.
That's true.
But it is unfortunately a possibility.
Yeah, I think that Mewtwo will be, just because the game the side quest with Mewtwo is coded into the game right now. If you were to hack your game, you could play it 100%. It's not like the DLC where there's data that we can see that it exists. It is it's in the game, and I don't know, that to me actually kind of makes me feel honestly, real talk, I think they could drop it before the DLC. If I'm that might be crazy.
Really?
No, that's not crazy at all. I think that's totally possible.
Before the DLC?
I think they could drop that we've only got, at the time of recording this, we've got 2 weeks till DLC. I could see them dropping it next week when they give us Pokemon news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if it released the day before we released this video.
Yeah, true.
Also in the comments,
dating this thing.
Also in the comments, make sure you tell Soul and Lumi happy birthday.
Yes, it's their birthday, or they had their
but not
birthday.
Dusty. He doesn't deserve a birthday.
Please don't. I'm actually, I'm an alien. I've been alive for 3,000 years.
Whoa.
Only 3,000, buddy.
But I was never born. I spawned into existence. I was never born.
That means you've got 5 years left.
Yeah, according to ZA.
Cross your fingers. A giant alien doesn't absorb the Eiffel Tower.
For real. A giant plant.
Because that's an indication that I've got limited time left. Yeah. I think talking about Volcanion, I think my big copium could go two different ways. One, if we get the epilogue, if we get an epilogue or something, right? I could see us very easily having to travel to that train station that we can literally go onto, or we don't literally go onto the train, but if you try to leave the town, it'll actually let you quote unquote get on the train or attempt to leave the city. That just seems kind of weird, and I'm I think it would be. I think it'd be really easy for us to go onto that train and then have the train just go to like the Lumios outskirts and have it just be like all we can go in. All we can. I'm imagining going to the power plant, the Lumios power plant, which could be an internal or an interior dungeon like Lysander Labs or the sewers. That isn't that crazy. If it's gonna be an epilogue, I think it could make sense for us to go to the power plant. And then there's some sort of like dungeon where we find a Mega Volcanion. That's actually not even the copium. The real copium is we go to Southern Kalos. And then the even less copium is we're just going to get Volcanion as a Mega, like you guys said, online. Or maybe there's some sort of like new location in Hyperspace Lumios that doesn't exist in main Lumios. Those are the three options,
That would be interesting, though. That would be interesting to have places that are not in regular Lumios. Because it really looks like most of them are just open spaces with no people around.
Yeah.
Which leads us into more conversation on hyperspace. Ansha is definitely the child of Snacksworth. Who did I tell this to? Soul? I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. I really think it's Diantha. I really think it's Diantha. Everyone with the Dark Christ stuff is like, I think that's kind of I really do.
It is a stretch.
Like I see it is, but like I definitely see the blue eyes, red or pink, black, white. Like I get that, but she's clearly stanced up like Diantha. So like,
there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
We talked about this a little bit ago when it was the three of us, but it becomes even more apparent when you look at her Japanese name because it's derived from the flower carnation, which Diantha's name is also derived from. So they kind of share a similar naming scheme there. Interestingly enough, though, there is one other Pokemon character that's name derives from a carnation in Japanese, and that's Clavel from Scarlet and Violet. So,
no,
it is Snacksworth.
I'm telling you,
Snacksworth is literally just Mr. Pokemon Ishihara. Like that's who that is. 100%. Which is kind of weird if you're thinking about Ansha being his daughter. Like, what? He created her?
Listen, we're stretching this. Yeah, in Rocky, what I was saying in the earlier part of this episode was that I'm hyped to see these returning characters. It'd be so great to see Diantha. What did I say? Diantha?
Because Diantha is right there.
Diantha. Yeah, I see where you're going.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. Diantha, it would be awesome to for her to return into Lumio City because I think that opens up the possibility for us to battle a champion or at least a former champion. Like that is, I want them to like actually give Diantha actual backstory. I want to see her as like an actual character.
True.
And I think ZA has been successful in all their characters fleshing them out. And I feel like that is what X and Y, I think that's like one of the X and Y's like weaknesses. And so if any of those characters return in ZA, like Diantha, like I think we'll actually learn about her and like know her as a character as well as we know about, anyone, I don't know, just anyone that they've introduced.
Like Ramos.
Let's hope.
Okay, but what if Ramos is in hyperspace?
I would love that. I would love that.
Dusty wants that. 100%.
Mega Scovillain, he says, you know what? I'm a fire type trainer now.
Holy crap, you're right.
You know?
I forgot about Mega Scovillain.
I'm a fire type trainer now.
Dude, he just that'd be sick.
Honestly, dude.
He'd have a little bite. He gets even older. He's like a little spicy. Well, he's not even that much older.
They could definitely do some fun stuff with it.
It's only 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still kicking.
But yeah.
He goes full boil.
Anyway.
I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
So surprised at the 5 years thing, man. I was like, it should have been way longer than that.
Yeah. I think it's shorter. But I mean, in terms of like Pokemon lore period, I know Toby's working on the video, but the timeline is just so interesting if you factor in the anime. Because like there's just so many things, like, especially with like the Looker Bureau stuff, like that's got freaking timeline stuff. Not to mention Arceus, freaking time travel and all that. It's just interesting, all the timelines. And I would love to actually see it. My brain will not allow me to do that kind of stuff, especially with homework and everything. But like, the timeline stuff is so interesting.
Yeah. Basically, the implication is that every game, with the exception of Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and I guess Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So every like generational game that we've had between X and Y and Legends ZA has taken place within 5 years between X and Y and Legends ZA,
Right.
which is kind of interesting. You know, I mean, that means that the events of Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet all took place within the 5 years between X and Y and Legends ZA.
Very fascinating indeed.
Peculiar.
Quite
Peculiar.
indeed. Emma's gonna have a fun time with that one.
Well, Rocky, it's great to hear from you.
Yeah.
What's your team right now?
Oh, let me open it. Currently on my team, I have for Alligator. I actually didn't throw him away. He just likes to sit in the box. Excadrill, Gardevoir, Zygarde, Floette, and a shiny Venusaur.
Ooh, that's cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I've already got everything to level 100.
Nice,
Because
that's
again,
good.
what do I do now? I'm just shiny hunting.
Yeah, that's
I
kind of the post game.
Yeah.
Shiny hunting.
I played
To be fair,
online,
we're getting.
and I was like,
That's
what is
true.
it? What is it?
Oh yeah. To be fair, we are getting Gen 10 really soon.
Yeah.
So that's
Mhm.
exciting.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm so
yeah.
hyped.
I still gotta pay for the DLC.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Anyway,
I got to get my team up to level 100. I do need to get my team up to level 100.
dude, for real, it's not that hard. Not gonna lie.
No, it's
before I
not.
do
I'm
go-
almost there already. I'm like, dang.
Right.
Something.
Yeah, before I do go, I didn't get to mention stuff last call, but my grievances with the games. So there's this one specific area where you catch like Gengar. The fact that the building inside doesn't actually line up with the building outside. Also, it's just like a generic outdoor.
What?
So like, dude, it's stupid. Because like the outside, it just looks like the generic textures and everything, but you can enter that building. But you like the only way you know about it is because of the quest. Like otherwise, it looks like any other flat wall. And then you go into the
Oh.
building, and the inside, it looks well made because it's an indoor space. But like, it doesn't really line up with what it looks like outside.
That
So
makes
just
sense why
little
I haven't
grievances
been
with
able to find it again.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
Is
Like,
there a
I-
map marker?
No, there's not.
No, there's not.
That's my.
even worse.
That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna try to find that because I remember I've done the
Yeah,
quest.
that's what I keep trying to do that too. I'm just like, where was this stupid place?
Nice. Well, good.
But yeah, so those are my grievances with the game. The textures are annoying, but I don't play for the textures.
That sounds like a 10 out of 10 game if that's your only
play for the
grievance.
Pokemon.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
real.
Lumi, I'm sorry, but
Oh no.
the best avatar is the Last Star. Yes, I'm bringing
Yes,
back the conversation from
100%.
before recording. So Liam, I can agree with you on that. For once, I will shake your hand.
Dude, shake hands. We'll dap it up. Yeah, for listeners.
I'm sorry too, Rocky. It's hard to hear that you're so wrong.
Offline, we were talking. We had like a 20-minute debate about what, about Avatar. I don't even know what the
And
suffix is.
everyone sat
Versus
there.
Avatar: The Last
The
Airbender.
James Cameron movies Avatar.
Yeah, the James Cameron movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, very iconic. The James Cameron movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
No. Well, thank you, Rocky. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting the show. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Happy
Hey.
Thanksgiving.
I'm about to go
you,
cut
same
into a
to
giant
you.
pumpkin
And
and start
yours.
cooking.
Dude, I can't wait to just go offline and like eat some stuffing. Oh my god, dude. Thanksgiving's
for real,
only a
dude.
couple days away.
I know, right?
And I'm doing all the
So-
cooking. I'm
Oh,
so
that's
excited.
awesome.
I love
That's
cooking.
awesome.
I'll
Well,
send you all some
please
mail.
send pictures in the Discord. That goes for everyone.
Gladly.
I want to see the Thanksgiving pictures. We'll talk to you soon,
Do
Rocky.
it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks so
Bye.
much, man.
Kick me out.
Bye.
See ya.
Kick me out.
Who do we?
And
Yeah,
next up,
who do we got next?
have Aki. An invitation has been sent to you. And by the way, guys, just in case it wasn't clear, it should be now. But this episode, like Rocky said, it will contain like spoilers for we do know like the leaked list of the DLC mons. That stuff is fair game. So just a heads up.
All
Aki,
right.
how are you?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
both of you. Okay. Yeah. One thing I want to say is that Avatar movies are okay. I don't like them personally, but they are more iconic
Yes.
than Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Wait,
But the
they're more?
characters of Avatar. Yeah.
No.
Why? Because I can ask my grandma or my dad, and they know they have seen the movie, but they
That's
don't remember the
true.
characters.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They don't remember. They don't know anything about it. They just went to see the movies. That's it. That doesn't make it iconic.
That's kind of okay. No, the reason why it's iconic is because it helped a lot of movies with technology and all of those other things, and that would not have been possible without that movie. It was a pioneer.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I
don't
don't think
them
the characters
personally.
are iconic though. Like I don't think anything in the movie is iconic. I think the movie has a place in culture, but I don't think anyone's like, wow, this is like no one. Whatever. This is not. This is.
Okay,
we had the conversation offline, so I can't be trying to. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So about Mega Dimension.
Yes,
That's
please.
one thing I really want that game to have is something of substance that is just not grinding. The Infinite CA Royale kind of made me sick of battling at a certain point.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
Yeah, and I hope that is not the post game entirely. I hope there's some difference. There's some more fun things to do. Other than that, I am hoping for like megas, even more megas, but should be more like Chimecho.
Yeah, like you want some like weirder megas like Chimecho.
Yeah, I want some weirder megas. I know the leak is out and it's fair game, but like I wish we get more of those.
There's a chance
and
we could.
that's-
I think there is a chance that
Yeah.
we could, as we kind of discussed earlier with
Chance.
Volcanion.
I'm not banking on it, but I think it's possible. That
A
is
couple
like
could pop up.
data for the DLC, but
Yeah.
that's not. You can't play the DLC right now, so clearly not all the data's there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the one thing. And the third thing I would like is I want more of the characters, because that is the best part of ZA. I really like the characters that were there in the game.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And that is what I want for ZA, but I really wanted to say Clement and Bonnie and those Lumios characters again, but unfortunately I think they might not do those until they figure out the shit with the anime. Sorry.
No, it's good. We're deep enough in the episode. That was fun. That was like a little rogue moment. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, because Bonnie and Clement are companion characters of Ash. So and they haven't they have been intentionally avoiding characters that know Ash in the anime.
Really?
That kind of might be the reason why, because 90% of the characters, 99% of the characters that have shown up in the anime have either been old people that wouldn't age at all, or characters that Ash has never met.
You're right. If the younger,
So-
So what you're saying is like the younger a character is. I don't know if it's totally because of Ash. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do.
Well, I think he's saying in the anime. In the anime is what he's saying. So like in the anime, they haven't been like meeting people that Ash met.
No,
the anime.
So I think.
wait, what do you mean? In what anime?
In the Horizons
In
anime,
Horizons
they
anime.
haven't. Like they have brought back
okay.
Kabu, or they've shown off Kabu. That was a Gallic character, but that's one that Ash never actually met.
Okay.
And then like now, with the best that you've gotten is like they have shown Lacey and Drayton now, and Drayton has referenced his grandfather, and Lacey has referenced her father. Both of those people Ash met, but like they're kind of seemingly making a point to not actually show any characters that Ash met. You did have an image of Looker too in the Emma episode.
The Emma episode, and it's also interesting that Emma is also young. Surprisingly,
weird.
compared.
It's weird.
Yeah, and I think that's because they don't want to show that time has passed, because they don't know what to do with Ash.
I don't know. Emma seems older. Emma seems.
No, he's talking about in the anime, Dusty. In
Okay,
the
I'm
anime,
sorry.
she's
I'm
using her
talking.
old-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
it doesn't
using
make
her
sense.
XY design.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
the reason I think that is because I do think that they are going to. I know we're talking about the anime now, but I think that in the
I don't have
anime,
that on
they're-
my radar at all. Sorry, I'm looking it up.
I think in the anime they're going to. They did like this thing where it's in like earlier in time now, like the special. But I think after Blueberry Academy, that arc, I think they're going to do a Legend ZA arc, like similar to Legend ZA. And I think that will be in the future a little bit. Like a couple years would have passed since.
Yeah, because the MO, that was a year ago. So the idea is they could just have her, if they meet her in the present day, she could have her Legend ZA
Yeah.
design.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. I suspect the reason why we don't have those because they don't want to. They are not committing to anything, and I think that's the case of the anime affecting the games. That's probably why we didn't see any of the characters from XY in the games.
You don't think though
Maybe.
that there could be a set? Like I feel like there is. Even though there are things that we can learn from the anime to inform us about the canon in the games, I do think like they are still their own separate things and they can kind of do whatever the heck they want. I don't know if this is relevant, but I'm just trying to like, just what I'm thinking about. Like, I think in the game, like, I think there is something to be said about like not wanting to show characters that are young in X and Y because a 5-year difference to Clement or Bonnie, for example, is totally different. And now you got to like account for a completely different character. Whereas they could just show Ramos in a new outfit and he's like the same character. There's an implied time passage, or you can ignore the implied time passage. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's why I agree. I think that kind of might have been the reason why, like, especially the only one that I say is Clement and Bonnie is because they are like, again, I felt that they should have been in the games. Like Sycamore, I understand they want to introduce new characters.
Yeah.
It's okay, and other characters weren't in Lumios, so it's fine. But like those two characters, especially, I wish they were there.
Yeah. I was saying this offline, but I'm like, I'm just looking at the list of gym leaders right now and Elite Four members, and that's what, like, that is 13 new characters that they all of a sudden could insert into the ranked battle, the promotion matches, the ranked matches, and it's like that would encourage me. Going back to the first thing you said, Aki, that would encourage me to grind because there's a reward for the grind, you know, to be able to have, you know.
Yeah, and I wish that is the case for the DLC because I want to see those characters, and that would give me incentive to do so.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the ray of hope is that, you know, for one, it's very possible because if nothing else, we know that Karina is coming back in this DLC. That is at least one character that we have. We know that Ansha, I guess we don't know that she's related to Diantha, but it is like very heavily suggested that she is, like, in the same way that like Silene from Legends Arceus, that was the Cyrus ancestor. She actually at no point have they said she's Cyrus's ancestor, but like, come on, you know, she's related to Cyrus. I think the only one they outright said this is an ancestor was Kamado, in fact, in the promotion material. But she what? Go ahead.
I think they did mention about Silene handing over the Galactic Expedition team thing to her future generations, again implying Cyrus.
Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's implied, but like and that's kind of what I'm saying with Ansha. I think that it is very heavily implied, and I mean, you know, this is going just based off of her name and design. I'm sure there'll be even more implications in the game. Kind of like how with Lita, we all were speculating because we knew she's a dancer. She kind of looks similar to Tierno. And then the game, you have that one line where she's like, oh, you know, my brother is this. And then they cut her off so she can't finish it. But like, that was very clearly the game telling you, like, she's Tierno's sister.
Yeah.
Like, so you have that. You do have another thing we talked about was that we've talked about this a couple times on the show. In fact, if you look at some of the megas, they very easily could be tied into a returning character. Like the Meowsticks could be that could be I'm blanking on her name. Olympia. That's her name. The psychic type gym leader.
The goat.
The Absol could be perhaps your rival from X and Y, Callum or Serena. And then
Ramos is gonna have Scoville
could be Sycamore.
He's a grumpy old man. That's so good.
Ramos with Scoville.
That's so good. I need it.
Wolfric with Crabominable
Viola
would work, I think.
with Golisopod.
Whoa, that would.
Those would be really cool. One thing I wanted to ask you, right? Like, since we know that new mega evolutions happen anytime they just shoot up the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna use the end game of ZA to justify more megas in the future?
I I feel like we kind of like stumbled upon that theory on a couple episodes ago, and I do hope so. Yeah, I think that would just be a nice, because if they say that, great. Now we can speculate for the next 20 years about like, it's like it gives us a loophole for, or honestly, not even for just speculation. Actually, damn, if they confirm that, Aki, then that could even give us a reason to, that could justify the existence of new Mega Evolutions going into Generation 10 or Generation 11. Like, that could justify the existence of Megas being introduced in Champions, or really just Mega Evolutions becoming just a staple, right? A constant new avenue for new Pokemon designs, you know, over the next 10 years, right? As we enter the 30th year anniversary. I think that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be really, I would be very happy. Again, I did not like Megas before. This game convinced me that they are good.
Yeah.
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 I think
Yeah,
that
because it
happened with a
changed
lot
them.
of people.
Yeah,
Like,
it changed them.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that kind of how you felt
Yeah.
with this?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I still really, really appreciate Gigantamax's design philosophy. You know what I mean? Like, I really like the ideas behind the Gigantamax designs, but as a mechanic, and yeah, just in general, like as a mechanic, it's so much better now than it was before. Like, just doing one per battle, like that, you having that for the whole time, and then the Pokemon that they specifically picked for this, you know, and that there's so many. There's all of those things all put together make it probably the best gimmick that there is, I would say.
Guys, because this is just kind of related, I kind of want to just bring this up because I had this thought when I was hanging out. When I have idea, it like stresses me out when I'm talking about Pokemon with friends offline, because I'm like, I need to get this idea out. I want people to hear, like, I don't want to forget this idea. And so I'm remembering it. So I'm going to tell you right now. Right. Why are, like, I feel like no one's talking about the possibility of Hoenn content, right? Not in ZA, but like when we talk about the next game, when we talk about a faithful game, like not Game Freak, right? Like a remake or a faithful remake or even a port. Gen 3 is right there. Like, if the ultimate weapon really did fire off, Hoenn is almost more integral to Mega Evolution than anything. And yes, it seems like we're going to get some of these Megas in the DLC, the Hoenn Megas. But like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it and I'm like, what if we get a weirdo? I don't know, man. I'm like, Pokemon Works is cooking on something. Yeah. Pokemon Works. What if we get like a HD port of Oraz, you know?
I mean,
Okay.
And I'm not saying like I'm predicting that. I'm just like I feel like that's not totally off the table, because like, I don't know, like Megas is in the zeitgeist right now, and we don't know what Pokemon Works is working on. Not even ports.
I think I do think though ports, like I think that's always within the realm of possibility, and it's certainly in the realm of possibility when you're approaching the 30th anniversary of the games. I actually don't even think it'll be what you said, HD like remakes. I think it'll be straight up ports. If I'm not mistaken,
wait, Gen 3 port? As I'm talking about Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Oh yeah, I think anything that is that was pre-DS is game for a port at any point.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire though is the game
all the way up to Emerald.
But Oraz is the game that is connected to Mega Evolution. Is my point.
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think though, I don't know. I think it would be more obvious to do something with X and Y, just because this game is tied to that story. I don't think that we will see anything third party happen for a while. If I'm not mistaken, so correct me if I'm wrong, because there's been a lot of misinfo, but in the Terra leak, there seemed to be some evidence that Game Freak is not looking to outsource for a while, presumably as a response to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I disagree.
Don't know if that's true.
I don't think that's true. I think
I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could be an
mentioned about
interpretation.
Black and White. Yeah. I think it would make more sense to do Johto next, because that game hasn't gotten anything since like the 2010s.
Sure.
So yeah, I hope that comes. I don't like Johto region, but like I hope that comes over for the people who do.
Yeah.
before Hoenn.
Yay! Before Hoenn, please. Seriously,
Dude,
though.
I need more Hoenn. I need more Hoenn. Anyway, I totally forget. I don't know. We were yapping about Hoenn and megas and the lore.
Project Seed.
Yeah,
There's your Hoenn.
Yeah, maybe with Mega Evolution. That's true. Yeah.
But and Johto though. No, but I agree about the Mega Evolution. Like, yeah, who knows? They could continue it on somehow, some way.
Aki, there's a lot of really good stuff here that you mentioned. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for calling in. Yeah. We have to get to some more of these hands. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, that was about it. I'll give the mic to someone else now.
Dude, it's great to talk to you. You're quickly becoming my favorite voices that show up on these calls. So thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You have a good day, man.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there.
Okay. Next up, we got the chef of hash browns himself.
Oh, here we
JD.
go. What's he gonna say?
Invitation has been sent to you.
JD,
and
tell
you
us
already know,
what you're...
JD, when you hop in here, just tell us what you're cooking.
Please,
you know, you
we gotta
got
know.
to.
We gotta know.
Yeah,
I did get some hash browns.
We're dying to know.
Hash browns has
right now.
Hash browns has entered my lexicon of breakfast food.
Oh.
We started shopping at
Someone's
Trader
using
Joe's.
A word calendar.
Yeah, we've been shopping at Trader Joe's, and so we for some reason cost has gone down. We've been getting even more food, and because everything there is like Trader Joe's branded, like we're also able to get like all these like weirdo foods. And I also feel like most of the things, even the sugary things, at least it's not like it's like there's no syrups. Like I feel like it's at least on the, it looks like all the ingredients are at least just like regular sugar or something. JD, I don't know. You're probably chefing it up right now, so we're gonna move on to someone else. Raise your hand again if you want to call in later in the show.
He's like, I was cooking. I was too busy.
Yeah,
cooking.
he was. But who's next, Lumi? Who do we got next?
Next up is Tay. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. T-A-E-E. Leader of the
Squirtle Squad. What's up?
Welcome.
What's up? First of all, I want to say happy birthday, belated to Soul and Lumi, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yeah, guys.
Thank
Listen,
you.
we're thankful.
Holiday season.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
We're thankful
thank
and
you.
grateful for all of you guys listening right now and supporting.
And, we're
and being
thankful
here.
and grateful for all the content you've given us and all the interesting. I personally love the tier lists a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I
Appreciate
was
it.
so excited to see a new tier list go up recently.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome,
Hey,
man.
man.
Thank you.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy that one specifically?
I did, and I have to say, Soul, you made me see the light with Mega Frolic.
Whoa!
That's the one. That's the one win right there.
The more I think about it, it's just all the fan art I see as well is, it doesn't look like a Pokemon, but this one does. It stays true. It still looks. It's goofy. It's fierce when its helmet is down, and I think it still keeps the essence of Feraligatr. So I like it. It's not the best, but I like it.
I will say,
Nice.
we recorded that like weeks ago at this point. That tier list, the ZA Mega tier list. I do love the art. Like I do agree that I think base Feraligatr, like what is considered base Feraligatr within the design, like everything the design of Mega Feraligatr. I hate the helmet. I'm gonna be consistent about that. I think it's stupid.
That's valid. It's valid.
And I think they
like
could have
it,
done something better. But the things that they do change on Feraligatr, I do like the little adornments that they add, right? The little details. Yeah. Those details are nice. I still think it's a bad Mega, right? If it's a redesign or whatever. But so I'm warming up to that a little bit, I guess. And Soul helped me see that.
I'm a little biased because it's like anything, like any Crocmon or turtle or monkey, I will love.
Sure.
Well, monkey though.
I guess Feraligatr is a monkey.
No, it's just that it was like
those.
Yeah.
Those three, I will immediately accept. The only exception being like Mankey. I don't.
You don't like Mankey?
It's a ball with
it's a
no,
pig
it's a ball
monkey.
with
So.
limbs. It's a ball with limbs, so it's not my favorite. But Annihilate saved it for me.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
But,
nice.
Good taste. Good taste.
What I did want to talk about today is, I haven't seen anyone mention this yet today. I don't know if I might be wrong, but shiny hunting in the DLC.
Yeah, talk to us.
I feel like the shiny hunting in base ZA is just not for me. It's quite boring and it's very repetitive.
Ooh.
And I would love it if they somehow, well, you know how in Scarby we got the sandwiches and picnics and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and now we're getting donuts for ZA. I
Oh,
would love
yeah.
it if we could somehow get the donuts to give us some sort of shiny hunting mechanic.
Yeah.
I know the spawns are different in between the games and everything, but I think it would be a lot of fun, and it would spice it up a little bit.
I like that.
Maybe if we get some outbreaks and something as well, because we had those in PLA
Yeah.
and in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I think my biggest issue. I love that you're saying this, because I was thinking about this the other day. I think that for me, shiny hunting in ZA feels too technical and mechanical. It feels like I'm not a fan of anything in a Pokemon game that would like I want to interact with the world in the game. I don't want to rely on soft resetting or fast traveling, or I feel like I'm constantly doing all these things that don't feel connected to the actual RPG, you know? And that's like the optimal way to shiny hunt in this game. And I think that's like not a problem because a lot of people enjoy it and that's fine. But like for me, I would much prefer to, I find it more enjoyable to just run around Lumios and shiny hunt that way than, you know, doing soft resets or I guess like fast traveling to like a specific location. Like the wild areas are so small that you can't even like I wish you could just run around it in a circle and have everything respawn every time you run around it. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Because then it's like I'm still
100%.
interacting with that space. But you can't do that because they're so small, nothing respawns. So I like what you're saying. In the ZA Mega Dimension, we could see a thing. Maybe Lumios is like, there's no wild areas. And so everything in this new hyperspace Lumios, there's just tons of wild Pokemon, and you can run from one side to the other. And all these Pokemon that you have to battle, we saw Scolipede, we saw like Aegislash, like Alolan Marowak. Maybe they are all just wild and random. And every time you find one, like just running, like it has a chance to be shiny. And then you can increase shiny odds with the donuts. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that idea, and that's what I'm hoping for, really. And I hope
That's
it's
good.
not just, you have 2 minutes to be in this hyperspace and you're done.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
hope we
know.
do get
I know.
because it doesn't look like there's anything to explore. It's just Lumios, but black and white, kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still like it more if I could just walk through and see these new DLC mons spawning, and maybe if I
Yeah.
can make a donut that it boosts my grass encounters, so
Yeah.
I'll find more grass Pokemon to hunt or to respawn. And yeah,
I'm with
So
you.
I'd
I'm
have
with
to
you.
check. I'd have to check, and maybe people in the chat know, but when like you can see the screenshots, I'm thinking you bring up two really good points that actually like intertwine. It seems that there is definitely a time limit on something. I'm thinking maybe the time limit is just on your level, though. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's
Me too.
just on your level because the donuts give you like a higher level essentially, and they might be different levels every time. So I'm thinking that, and hopefully we're not actually time limited in hyperspace Lumios, because then if we are time limited in hyperspace Lumios, how are we even shiny hunting Pokemon in there? Because it's like, what do we have to? We can't be in there for a long enough period of time to actually shiny hunt a Pokemon, and I would assume. So that is a little confusing. On your first point, though, I think that has one of the biggest chances of actually changing. Because like in Legends Arceus, I'm pretty sure they did more outbreaks or like a different way of doing outbreaks in the like second. Well, I guess you can call
the
it
massive
DLC.
mass outbreaks. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they can change a way for us to do shiny hunting. I think they did it in Scarlet and Violet too. Like the DLC of Scarlet and Violet, they changed some shiny hunting methods just to spice it up, right? So I do think that it's possible. But you bring up a really good point with the mixing of the times. Like if this is roguelite, I'm like, bro, I don't know how that's gonna actually work.
Maybe they go like after you've 100%ed the DLC, they
can
say
stay.
like, oh hey, you know how there were those rifts? Well, it seems that Pokemon escaped from those rifts, and now you have outbreaks in the wild zone. So it might be like, hey, right now there's an outbreak in Wild Zone 17 where a bunch of Galarian
Random
Meowth are
Pokemon
popping
show up.
I love that.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah,
Or maybe there's
That
like
would
an
be really
infinite
nice.
donut or something that like allows you to stay in hyperspace Lumiose for as long as you want.
Sure.
Like at the
Yeah.
post game, like once you
Yeah.
beat the DLC, it's like, oh, you've got this donut that lets you go in hyperspace Lumiose as long
That
as you
could
want.
be it.
Do we know, though,
in a similar
if-
way to how through in Scarlet and Violet throughout the game, you have to heal your Pokemon to like recharge your Terra Orb, if you've used it. But then at the very end of the DLC, when you go to Area 0, they go, oh, well, your Terra Orb was exposed to Terapagos, so you no longer have to recharge your Terra Orb.
The only issue I see is just that if they're really trying to do like a roguelike thing, then that breaks that instantly. So like it doesn't keep its replayability as a roguelike game. Do you know what I mean? Because like if there's an infinite way of going in there, then it breaks that whole idea. So we don't know, Dusty, if this is how it's going to
Maybe
be or
there's
not.
some areas that have an infinite, like there's some areas that you can access that have an infinite amount like of time that you can enter in, but then there are still some pockets that will have increased shiny odds, but be on a time limit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There-
Yeah, I could see that. I'm just hoping for something new to get me engaged because I loved this game. I had so
Yeah.
much joy playing through it the first time, but
Yeah.
after I finished everything, it's just I feel like it doesn't have much longevity.
I'm with
Yeah,
you, man.
no,
So I
sure.
hope the DLC
yeah.
adds something like
Mhm.
to help with that.
No, I'm really glad
think
you
it
said
will.
that because I feel the same way. Like I feel like I was like the biggest defender of this game. I'm like, there's so many good things. Let's look at the good things. And I did hit a wall where I was like, all right, I beat the game. It's done. Even some of the criticisms, I'm like a little bit more receptive to that now because I'm like, oh, like I see them.
Don't even get me started.
The
No, I
windows.
Don't even
that-
get
I
me
the
definitely
going.
windows.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't really care that much. But but there, whatever. But I guess what I'm saying is like, I think there is a little bit of a different expectation we need to have with these Legends games. This is the second Legends game where it's like, it's about the story, it's about the core RPG, and then when it's done,
But was
it's
it?
done.
Was it about the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, I
like
will
like
say I
or
feel
the
like-
campaign. You play through the game and then you finish it and then
Okay,
you're
yeah,
done.
that makes more sense.
And
Yes,
every
yes,
other
for sure.
Pokemon game, every other Pokemon
sure.
game over the last decade or so has had this built-in post-game, and it's been like a pseudo-living game where there's constantly things to do. And there's kind of those things in this game, but yeah, as you're
that's fair,
illustrating, they're just not there. There's not
I
as
do
much of
think,
it's not as compelling.
I do think story-wise, this game might be like it's a bit weak for me
Yeah.
personally. I think story-wise, at least
100%.
compared to Arceus or Scarlet and Violet, but
Mhm.
the characters are great. I really like
Yes.
the characters. I like
Yes.
Naveen. I see Tony and Urbane getting some hate on social media.
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't
end of
get
the day,
it.
they're
I don't get the
just-
hate.
Yeah, I don't get it. I
Just-
really like the characters.
Even if they get hate, that doesn't make them a bad character.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I have
yeah,
to say about
no.
Like
characters.
Joffrey
you-
is a great character, and
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
hate it.
You
Oh,
can
yeah,
hate a
yeah,
character, and
that's
that still is a
that's a
great
great point.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does Lumi know who Joffrey is?
Probably not.
I'm blanking on that.
Oh.
Joffrey is a coffee brand.
Okay, never mind.
What?
Let's move on because I was trying to make a point about Avatar not being iconic, but he does. Let's move on. Never mind. Let's move on.
You can't
okay.
bring that up again. We're done. We're done if we do that.
But speaking of iconic, this ties in. This is just kind of a fun little tidbit. We were talking about the shiny hunting and the donuts, so I just wanted to throw this out there. Just so y'all aware, the Pokemon Cafe, which is a real, not the game, but the real location in Japan, you can go eat. They have Pokemon-themed foods. They are doing a tie-in with Mega Dimension, and you can actually eat those donuts there.
Oh wow! So does that come out
Ooh.
when the DLC's out?
It comes out. It's definitely like around then. I'm trying to look and find a
Because
date.
I'll be there at that time. then, so
December
I'd be excited to-
December 10th. It says the donuts. It's specifically the Kyogre and Groudon looking
Yeah,
ones
oh,
will
sick.
appear
That's the-
in
yeah.
the Tokyo's Pikachu Sweets store. December 10th on.
That's actually the day of my flight to Tokyo.
Okay, well
Oh,
get
that's
it
sick.
and let us
Yeah, get
know
us the
how
donut,
it is.
preserve it, and
Gosh, I need
preserve it
to- I
in
need
a
to
I'll
box.
definitely
report.
try. I think it might be something that's like it would be a struggle to get a reservation or a booking for.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
But
just
I
a
will
donut.
try. Thanks for letting me know.
Just go to a Dunkin' Donuts.
No,
You're
but
good.
I'm very curious to know, like,
More of a Krispy
even
Kreme
if you
guy.
just even if you just chat it to us in the group chat, like I just want to know like what it was like.
Take a video of yourself eating it, and then describe.
If
Do a
I get
food
to
review.
try the donuts, I will definitely let you know. Thanks
so
for
good.
informing me
Please.
about it.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, well, that's good stuff, Tay. I appreciate you calling in. Shiny hunting, definitely, it is.
Thank
I
you.
was saying this the
Appreciate
other
you
day.
giving me the chance.
Yeah, I was on my buddy's podcast, and I was telling him, I'm like, there's so many things. Like as Pokemon fans, we have created so many things to do in the game that aren't really a game or part of the actual game, like shiny hunting. And like Nuzlocking, like there's so many things that the fans create to create longevity with these Pokemon games. And shiny hunting's funny because I'm like, it is recognized by, Game Freak. It's recognized by the Pokemon company now. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of a made up thing. So it's nice. I would like them to kind of give us some more gamified ways to go about shiny hunting. But great to talk. It's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, same. Thank you guys for the opportunity and for the chat. Have a good time. Have a good
Absolutely,
day.
man. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
for all your
much.
support. We'll talk to you soon.
Let's hope for some more turtles and alligators. That's what I want in Gen 10.
Yeah. So I think up next we're gonna grab Cozy because he's gotta go soon. He asked a little bit before you, JD, but then
Also,
we
JD
can
hasn't
try to
responded yet
grab
again.
JD.
So.
JD's making breakfast. Yeah, so let's
he's
get Cozy in
making
here.
breakfast.
What's going on, Cozy?
An invitation has been sent to you.
Cozy.
There you are.
Oh, I love the
Hi.
profile picture. How's it going?
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
Kamala anymore.
I know. Well, I'll change it back. No worries. Yes. Yeah, it's one of my favorite megas, so I thought I have to just use it
it's
as
good.
my profile.
Yeah.
I love it.
for the time, it's for the appropriate time.
What are you
Yeah,
excited to
you guys did.
see?
It's been a while.
What are you excited to see in the DLC dimension? The Mega Dimension DLC. I gotta say, I honestly kind of hate the logo for Mega Dimension. Like as a creator, like it's so difficult to fit into a thumbnail. It doesn't. It's
Yes.
off centered for some reason. It's. I'm like, what do I put in a title? Is it Pokemon Legends ZA :
No,
Mega Dimension
the name is
DLC? Is it Legends ZA DLC? Do I just say Mega Dimension? Do people even know what that is? Like, it's so confusing. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Shorten it, please, for the love of God. All right.
I don't know what they're doing with that.
And so what are you
It is
excited
quite
to see,
confusing.
JD? I mean, Cozy, I'm getting so confused. I'm going to mute myself.
I mean, like, excited to see. I think in general, just new megas, of course. But I think what I'm most excited to see is, and I hope this is the case, that there will be more returning characters.
Yeah.
I've already said this before, but I'm always a character guy. Like I love the Pokemon characters so much, and I wish that they would, bring back more of them.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
I am a professional ZA glazer. I love this game to death, but
Yes.
one of the things that I that I thought was quite sad is that there were only a few X and Y characters returning,
Indeed.
and I thought that they could have done much more with that. Where's Sycamore? Where's Diantha? Where's so many people, the gym leaders. Of course, they mentioned some of them, but I wish they could bring back more of them. And they have revealed Corina, so
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that maybe they bring back. They did say at the end, like, "Oh, who will you meet? Like who and what will you meet?" So I'm hoping that means that we will get more characters that we haven't
Yeah.
seen yet.
I
It's-
do
hope
think
so.
that in DLC they tend to be more free with their choices. So I think that they have the liberty to do more things, and like they are more fan servicey in DLC parts of the games. I don't know why it feels like that to me personally. That's just how I view it a lot of times. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I see it. So I definitely think that they could bring back more characters, just because it's just like this is the end. This is the last part of this game that we can do anything in this game. So like let's just throw something in there. And
Well, not only that, but I think it's worth mentioning that, like, again, this DLC is $30, which is the same price point that Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra together were sold at, and it's just $5 less than what Scarlet and Violet's DLC, which was Teal Mask and Indigo Disc, together was sold at. So, like, I don't know, right now, based on everything we've seen, this is not a criticism, to be clear, this is just saying, based on what we've seen, it seems about that, like, it is giving the appearance that it's about the size of, like, Isle of Armor or
Yeah.
Crown Tundra, not both, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so the fact that they're selling it at a $30 price point does make me think it has a lot more they're not showing. I mean, for one, it just makes sense. You don't show all your cards, you know?
Right.
But also that price point just really makes me think there's gonna be a good bit of surprises here. So I do hope that you know, and I really do think it's possible we'll see more characters. I also, you know, Dusty, you were talking about Hoenn love. I don't see
Dude.
why Hoenn characters couldn't show up.
Flannery,
You know what I
That'd be
mean?
fun.
Norman,
That'd be fun to see any characters
Watson?
from anywhere, you know.
Zinnia?
Zinnia,
Watson
yes,
has, like,
Zinnia.
his
Zinnia
ties.
should come back with a
Zinnia needs to be
Rayquaza.
there.
That would be insane,
Zinnia
dude.
needs to
And
be
she has a glow up. She's like 5 years older, so she's like now she's like a little less like I'm crazy, and she's a little bit more like I'm confident in crazy. You know, like oh, so sick. I've got a picture of Tierno. I know this is off topic now because I want to talk about the Hoenn characters, but I got a picture of Tierno up right now, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like.
Why?
Because I think it'd be so cool to see these rivals come back. The rivals actually feel more likely than the gym leaders because they
Don't
would.
like
they-
them. I don't
That's
want
fine.
them.
They are
If the
rivals.
characters
They are.
the rivals, I will cry.
They would have a glow up. They would have a glow up.
I
They
mean-
would have an actual like. They would be
Yeah,
5
true.
years older instead of being 10. They'd be 15, and they'd be a little bit cooler. You know.
They'd be more
Do you
mature.
think though?
Trevor's
'cause
not
you
going to have a
think-
bowl cut. He'll have like a proper haircut. He's gonna, you know, he'll be a
He's
professor.
got a mohawk now.
It seems
He's
like
cool.
Trevor.
He wears sunglasses
yeah.
with tinted lenses.
Trevor might be more nerdy, actually.
Sure.
I don't know,
yeah,
maybe
I can
not.
see that.
He's a professor.
Do you
Yeah.
think though on that point, something to think about is like ZA was very likely developed alongside Generation 10. And one thing that you notice about Scarlet and Violet is that it has a lot of callbacks to Legends Arceus because it was developed like alongside Legends Arceus, and specifically in Scarlet and Violet's DLC, there are huge callbacks to Legends Arceus. You have the whole Blood Moon Ursaluna quest with Perrin, who is like the descendant of like one of the only Legends Arceus characters who didn't have a clear descendant, and you know, they had a what is it? The music from Legends Arceus actually plays during that Ursaluna side quest. There's Hisui and Growlithe statues. So in the
good.
same way, maybe Gen 10 has some shouts back to ZA, and there's an NPC that says Sycamore and Trevor are in another region doing research. So maybe
Yep.
Gen 10 or Gen 10 DLC, we actually do get to see Sycamore and Trevor aged up a little bit there. You know, I know that's
Yeah.
thinking down the road. This is about Mega Dimension, but I don't know. I think that's possible.
But also they.
That would be awesome.
Oh, dude! Earlier when I mentioned Hoenn, that was one of the data points I was thinking about. I'm like, they keep talking about a mysterious region. I'm like, what? Wouldn't it make sense that Sycamore would go to Hoenn to learn more about Mega Evolution, considering that's his like field of study? You know,
I feel like they would have said Hoenn though.
Yeah, they
Usually
would've
when
just said
Pokemon
it.
says like
In-
another region,
unless it's a
it's like a hint, or they say Hoenn, Johto. You know, like they said they've name dropped Galar every 5 seconds in this game. They've name dropped Paldea. I think they've even name dropped Unova and
Sure. That's a good point.
Alola,
Yeah, that's a
but-
good point. It's unknown, so therefore, yeah, I get you. They're not. Yeah,
Hoenn
I
as
get you.
well.
I
They've
get you.
name dropped Hoenn a couple times in this game.
Did they?
Yeah, because they
Okay.
talked about how AZ went to Hoenn.
Okay. All right. Fair.
If I can drop one quick theory before I have to dip,
Please.
it's about the character, so it's kind of relevant. I don't know if this is something that people have talked about before, so sorry if they have, but
No.
I was thinking, it's about Pawnee and Urbane's parents.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has talked about that yet, but what I was thinking about is, you know how it's a bit strange. I think Soul maybe hasn't played this part yet, but maybe you two have.
I did play.
The-
Yeah, I already
You're
know
talking about
anyway, so-
at the end of the game.
Yes, in the post game, they kind of revealed that, the whole backstory, like her mother apparently passed away, and she was
Yeah.
working with Team Flare, and she was working on Holotech, etc., etc. I was thinking, the part that she was working on Holotech had me thinking that maybe we could see her in the DLC, because if you see the people living in the what is it, alternate
yeah.
dimension, they are Holotech. Then I was thinking, at one point in the trailer, you could see like Tawny or Urbane's face kind of like grimacing, kind of like being upset about something. And then I thought, oh well, maybe we could actually see maybe the mother didn't pass away. Maybe maybe she's secretly been, I don't know why, because we don't know so much about it yet, but it could be that maybe we could meet her in the DLC. I don't know
You're
if
right.
possible, but
That's like a soft
That's
way
a
to.
really good point.
That's
I would
really good.
I was thinking like really deep themes, because Pokemon, a lot of times the people behind it that write it like to hit on some like darker, even deep themes. Like I wouldn't say like you can see that it's a dark theme or anything, but especially in these Legends games, like AZ going and all of that, expiring or whatever. I would almost like when you were saying all that, I was thinking like if they made like a hollow tech version of like the mother, and it's not actually her, and that's why Urbane is like upset, and it's not actually her, but it's
Is
like
that too similar to Scarlet and Violet though?
a little bit, but in the sense of like where we're at in the world today with like AI and stuff, like AI people like become like I can see the heads up there that are writing these stories being like, oh, let's like put a little real world like affected like future in there where your mother's gone, but she's actually right here still somehow.
It's like
in
the
front
same
of you.
idea, but just applied to a different story and character. I don't think it's that. Like, I think the fact that we saw a version of that in Scarlet and Violet makes me think like, oh, we could even see this even more, because it's a holotech. It's not. It's not an actual. It's not an actual clone.
You wouldn't be able to like touch it, I guess. But the thing, the difference would really be that Urbane would be upset about it instead of Arvin, who is just like, all right, whatever.
Or it's not even holotech. What is it, Cozy?
No, sorry, I was saying it would be, of course, very similar to Scarlet and Violet, but I don't know, they could make it a little bit different, or as I was saying, maybe she's actually not dead, but maybe she's making the holotech, etc. I don't know. They could go multiple ways with it.
Or she's not, even dead, but she literally just got lost in that dimension.
Yeah, that's definitely possible too. I was just thinking of why he would be upset. Really, do you know what I mean?
I didn't.
Like,
I need to go back to the trailer and see
your
this.
mother after I don't know, 10 years. I don't know how many years it has been since you thought she died. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if he thought she was dead and then she wasn't, I could do it.
Maybe she's evil. I don't know.
Maybe she was behind the whole thing.
I don't know. You never know. But I don't know.
No, that's cool. That's super fun. That's super fun.
Shower thoughts,
It's a good theory.
Yeah.
All right,
that's super fun.
Very good. Then now I should go dip.
Thank you so much, Cozy, for being here. Thanks for all you do for this community.
Yeah,
thank you.
Always like seeing your comments, even on non-Hidden Power videos. I always like to see your comment, see your name pop up.
I'm always around.
So appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Support the community.
Have a great week. This is the end of the podcast, but if you want to keep listening, the rest of this conversation with our Discord community will be available on Patreon and for YouTube channel members. Unlock this content with the links in the description. Every other episode of Hidden Power is on our YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere else that you get your podcast. We'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.